Are you mad that this was
Don't say anything, Michael. Wow,
Man,
that
we just
was
saw
a
Darlings.
wild.
Ladies
ride.
and gentlemen, that was a movie and a half.
Yeah.
Darlings,
Yikes.
which was a Netflix movie.
Is this pretty recent?
It's
This came out in
fairly recent.
2022.
Okay.
Got Alia, our classic.
Alia
Kind of a not
sounds
as known dude, Vijay Varma. He was in, I believe,
I feel like he's
the second
probably
season,
pretty
right?
popular, but maybe
Yeah.
not.
Yep. He's the
Well,
thing.
he probably. We should look at what movies he's done.
So
He could
I'm
be in
gonna.
a lot, but
I have a lot to say about this movie.
I'm sure you do.
But let me start with my thesis statement.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
It's-
What does this mean?
It's actually from the movie itself. Okay.
Okay.
Which was the guy, the main guy. I just said his name. I can't remember his name, but the main guy.
You can scroll down.
Okay.
You'll find it.
Vijay Varma.
Yeah, Vijay Varma.
Vijay Varma said it in one of the lines when Zafar was writing the screenplay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He said, a horror comedy,
Oh.
that's like whiskey and ice cream mixed together.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And I think that is a great way to summarize this movie.
Oh my gosh.
Because, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a self-aware statement, and it was
Yeah, it was
actually
very
true.
self-aware.
When I heard that, I was like, brother, I mean, look in the mirror. Because, yeah, that was my biggest problem I think I had with this. But we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing was that it is like mixing such extremes, which just is off-putting to a certain degree.
I feel like there are some movies that do this fair. Like this is kind of a strange example, but there's an American movie called. Now I'm trying to remember it now, but the war movie that does like an extreme of comedy and drama. The one that I can't even remember now. But there are movies that do the mix of genres fairly well.
Well, and I even think like Stree is. I think I like Stree. That was a great horror comedy.
Yep.
And they meshed
and
those
Go
two.
Go Gone.
Oh yeah, Go Go Gone.
Don't forget about that.
Great horror comedy.
movie.
It is a mixing of genres that generally aren't mixed.
Yeah.
But
Jojo Rabbit, that's the one.
yeah,
I think Jojo Rabbit is a fantastic representation of something that you find humor in the humorous parts, but you definitely switch to serious.
Yep.
This was very off-putting when it tried to do that.
Yes.
Well, for me, it wasn't. So the first half of the movie was really hard to watch because she was going through all that abuse.
Yeah.
And then the second half, you didn't really feel much better because it was like, okay, she's getting back at him, but then, how far is she going to go? And then the ending I thought was good in that she didn't kill him because I thought it would have just been a cycle and that would have been even more depressing. But up until... I would say up until that ending, this movie was, for me, it was super depressing.
Yeah.
And it was really hard to watch.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just couldn't really get into it because it was just, there was a lot of tonal shifts and stuff, and the music was kind of weird in some spots, like it was trying to be happy. Like when they found out she was gonna have a baby, it was like all happy. And I see. Well, you had a point. You said that this was
her
perspective,
yeah.
and I understand if that's what they're going for. Then I understand it more. But then after that, though, there's just music that didn't really fit.
So
in
that
a lot
scene,
of the scenes,
that was strange.
The scene where she's going into the police station, I think, is a really good example.
Yeah, that was I wasn't.
None of
laughing.
us laughed in the review.
That was,
and maybe there was
laugh.
more in the Hindi language that we missed some of the comedy because that does happen.
Well,
a lot of
it
people
does,
say that we
but
miss it.
the problem is just the tone of.
Yeah.
We've seen her just get absolutely abused.
Yeah.
And then we go to the police station where we're all like, yes, finally. and then it's like comedy.
Yeah, it's trying to be.
And we're like what? Like, I don't want comedy right now, dude. This is a problem. Yep. She's getting whipped at home, and like so. That's what we mean by like that's the issue, is that it's just too jarring of a change, because I just witnessed all this horrible abuse and I need to see some sort of resolve. But instead of that, I got just like some comedy. I'm sure it would be funnier in if we knew Hindi, but even still, it didn't.
Yeah, I feel like this maybe feels like a unique, I don't know, like more of a cult type movie where there's certain, like, there's definitely an audience for it, I'm guessing, but it didn't really hit home for us, because when you are balancing something like a comedy with hard-hitting drama, you have to really make sure that you time those situations perfectly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it does not work, and it's very challenging to pull that off. And
comedies are hard. They're hard to
do.
Yeah.
And especially comedies with very heavy subject matter.
Well, and this, guys, I wouldn't say this wasn't like some of it was trying to be comedic, and it was.
It's a comedy at the beginning.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, it is marked as a comedy. Yeah. So that's true. That's true.
And I'll always refer to Jojo Rabbit as kind of the prime example
of a good
movie
mixing.
That definitely,
they mixed it well.
And it's very hard to do that. And I'm not saying that like this director tried probably his best at making that happen, but at least for us, it was very. You never could really get into the flow of the story. No. It was so disjointed because of that.
Yeah. Well, and it was so depressing and uncomfortable. I was like, I can't really enjoy. I don't enjoy watching this.
I mean,
it was
like
tough to watch
I mean, this is when you witness abuse in American movies, for sure, it is considered like one of the worst things.
Well, they are considering that.
No, I know, but I mean, like, so for when we were watching this, we are in this like this is so serious.
Well, yeah,
we need to, and then that's why I got upset at that comedy bit when they went to the police station, because it's like that's what they should have done. You should go to the police station.
But, the logical thing.
Yeah, but then it was like not taken seriously, and it's like, what? Like, I think the message of this movie is, don't beat up your wife.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you are a wife getting beat up, like this movie,
it's basically showing that the freedom that you can have away from those abusive relationships.
You need to leave it, but also report it. Like it's, I mean, like you gotta. I like that rule in India where it's like if you report him, he's 3 years. Do you know what I mean? I think that's awesome because like that's horrible. Like if you're just in that situation,
Right.
Yeah.
But so I understand the story and the reasoning behind kind of the whole gist of the movie was escaping an abusive relationship, which is great to view. Whoa. Mm-hmm. We're just looking at the rating scale right now. Holy cow, there's a lot of people that hate this.
A lot of people hated it. And so
7s and 8s.
India hated it a lot. More than let's see, U.S. rating. U.S. rating had a way different, interesting. What about Bangladesh?
Wow, this is crazy. So it's this movie is very divisive. Okay.
Interesting that
it's middle of the road too, in a lot of.
Wow, that's interesting.
The Bell
I think we're
7. Yeah,
it's about 7, but it is definitely weighted. I mean, 22% of people rated it 1 star. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a lot.
I saw
in
a
India,
review
30%.
Earlier. I saw a review that said basically the ending was good, but everything else up to that point was just kind of not good or and that's what I kind of agree with that because it's like the rest of the story didn't. I don't know. It was just too depressing for me, and so I don't know. It took a while to get to that. To the good ending, and I don't know. All I can say is that I liked the ending and that she didn't kill him. But but other than that, it was just a really really depressing movie.
I know.
And it's not like
this was rough.
It's not like all depressing movies are terrible movies or
No.
what. It's just
we've watched.
There was just some things about this where, like you guys said, the mix of trying to mix comedy with abuse in a way, and of course they didn't make the abuse comedic or anything. Right. Of course they didn't do that, which is great. Yeah. But having just two comedy and that serious topic in one movie is kind of a weird.
Sardar is a great, depressing movie. Mm-hmm. Right. Sardar, we watched that. That is a great movie.
Really well done. Yeah,
really well done. Movie. Kept one tone. Mm-hmm. This is not a happy movie. Mm-hmm. The whole thing is not, and that's what is good about it, is because they just keep with the theme. Right. Because how horrible would that be if they threw in comedy in the middle of Sardar?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's going over a massacre that happened. So.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's kind of the same vein.
The comedy wasn't that funny in this movie, which also was a problem, I think. I don't think we were laughing too often, which is the issue.
Well, because we were so jarred.
Well, because of the really serious topic it was around. It was hard to laugh because you go from a kind of weird comedic scene to more abuse, and we're like, wait, what's going on here? Mm-hmm. It's really hard to watch.
Yeah. And a lot of these revenge movies, right? They're just different in a way. A lot of the revenge movies, there are those kind of revenge movies in America that you'll see. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm talking about? Peppermint was one that came out where
where it's straightforward, where someone goes through terrible things.
To be honest, that's just not really well. It depends on what it is, but
and then
those
there's
type
a blood,
of
a trail.
There's a blood blast, and
I
mean,
I'm not.
I get it.
Those
I know, and I like that the ending. I liked how they did not go that route, but it just the whole movie was. I like what Isaac said. It was just an issue.
Well, it was just really hard to watch and depressing and uncomfortable to watch. So it's I don't know. That's just my opinion. It's totally okay.
And the thing is, we've seen movies that deal with sensitive subject matter quite often, but usually they're purposeful and they're more one track in terms of what they're displaying for a purpose, so that you feel either really bad for the characters or you're there and you learn something from it. Mm-hmm. You're just on a one-track mindset when you're watching those. But like I said, it's hard to juggle the comedy and something serious.
I think because this subject matter is too serious to throw comedy in. Is I think the reason why.
Yeah,
which is why a horror comedy is great because it's scary, but it's not that it's a movie.
Right.
This is real.
Right.
Which is
And here's the thing though, there are movies that explore extreme Jojo Rabbit is the Holocaust and extremely disturbing subject matter.
Mm-hmm. But it really was able to separate the
very
comedy from the
absolutely.
seriousness.
So again, and that's what Jojo Rabbit did. Is it was him looking at the world from the eyes of a child,
mm-hmm.
and this, which is what I was giving it credit for at the beginning, kind of through her eyes,
mm-hmm.
but then halfway through we just kind of fell off that whole thing, and we never really continued that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if they would have done that, they could have. But it still just didn't work. It just didn't work, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, going to the individual performances, I guess some of the only positives. Of the movie,
the acting was great.
Acting was fine.
Would say,
I'd say the acting was fine. Alia is always good. It's just such a strange vibe that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the first shot I thought was amazing, or the first scene. It was an extended take of him eating. And it just showed very happy, and then he bit down, and he was upset, and then he bit down, was upset, and then he just lost it.
Mm-hmm.
That I thought was a really good scene and kind of set the tone. Mm-hmm. But they did not keep that tone, which was the issue. But I thought it was a good scene.
Yep.
It is interesting. I don't know. Yeah, guys, let us know what movie we should watch.
Yeah.
We need a
that
solid
was an interesting one.
Yeah, this one.
I think it's safe to say it's probably our worst.
Guys, don't vote on a depressing one.
Yeah, guys, give us. You know what we want? I mean, the next
No,
vote.
serious
I think,
movies are good. It's just they
Oh
have
wait,
to
the
be...
next vote will be. Or wait, hold on.
by the time this
When's-
comes out, it'll already have happened. But the
Probably.
Valentine's special is coming up, so
Yep.
that one we'll watch next. But
Imagine if we watched this one for the Valentine's special.
oh, dude, that would have.
This is a love story for the. Remember
Are
the
you out
aunt
of your
in
mind?
Zu-
Oh, you're
Zuzu-
right.
or
You're right.
Zuzu-
Zuzu.
Wait, go down.
Daddy
we gotta get his name
Zafar.
right before we end this.
Daddy
this
Zafar,
review.
Zulfi,
Okay.
Daddy Zulfi. So then I really I'm hoping that we can do a horror movie soon or a horror movie special, guys. We really want to do a horror movie. I think it'd be really fun.
Trying to find it.
So guys,
and
vote
for
for
the
that.
Valentine's Day or Valentine's
please vote
event,
for a horror movie. I'm not kidding around.
Sadie will be back on, right? For the
Yes.
Valentine's. Is that a yes?
And next week,
that
I
a
think.
guarantee?
After this week, it's February, right? So
Yep.
yeah, next week, Sadie will be
Yep.
on for the Valentine's Day special. That should be good.
Yep.
Yeah.
The wife, she got a lot of love from you guys. Thank you for that. So that's good. So she has agreed to come on again, which is
Yeah,
good. So
that'll be
All
fun.
right.
We'll have 4 people in this
That'll be
little
stuff
space
more
again.
sardines in here.
Yeah,
and,
we'll be squished.
All right, looking at Letterboxd. Let's
Oh,
give our
yeah.
ratings.
Oh, dude,
Let's
I don't
log
know.
it.
I might be pretty.
I think we're safe to say this average is going to be the lowest we've.
One
we
of the
didn't
lowest.
really. Was it? It wasn't Stree. What was the other one? That was the horror movie that was not. We were not a fan of.
Bull Boyale.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think this
I
one
thought
safely
that
is
one
going to be the
was-
worst
it was-
average we've had.
It
But
might
we'll
be.
see. We'll see.
We'll find out. Let me get to even the cover on Letterboxd. Do you look at the cover of it on Letterboxd?
That
You
is
know?
so. That is a very interesting cover. Wow. Okay.
All right. I got my rating.
Yeah, I think I have mine.
You know what?
So, this,
Oh dang it! Oh, I can do half. Okay.
Ready?
All right.
Okay.
Who wants to
ready?
go?
I'm
I
scared.
went this time.
What?
You went what?
I
This
went.
time?
Or no,
Last
Ben
time?
went last time, so it's
Okay.
not my
We
turn to
could
go first.
Okay,
It's
go
not
for it.
your turn to go.
It's
What?
my turn to go.
Oh,
first.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No, because
Let's
you
not
went
draw
first.
it out.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
not draw it
Okay,
out
let's
any
not draw
longer,
this
guys.
out.
It's,
We're gonna get
Two.
straightforward.
2 stars.
All right,
Okay,
I gave it
that's
a
what
one
I
and a
was gonna
half.
do. 2 stars.
Okay,
Okay.
I was really close to
There
two
we go.
as well.
Probably our lowest
Yeah,
average that we've
I'd
ever
say
done.
the acting was fine, and that was
about
and
it.
the main
The first
Yeah.
result, the resulting
Yeah.
theme
The
was
resulting
fine.
theme, yeah, that
She
was
grew
good.
and she was able to move on, but that was it, honestly.
Yeah.
So we harsh ratings, guys, but we give you the raw ratings. Let us know what
Yeah.
you thought in the comments.
We're
Please
honest.
be
We
polite.
give our honest ratings.
Yes,
And please
and,
be
honest
polite.
and again, this
ratings.
is just our opinion. If you like this,
We know
movie,
we don't
that's
have to
okay.
say that every time.
Well, I
People know
mean,
it by
some of the
now,
comments,
Yeah,
we
guys.
gotta say
Hopefully.
it just
Yeah.
for the
Yep.
for the so.
Guys, we
But
love you.
yes.
Anyway,
And
all
please
right,
spread love.
to the next one.
And then
Yes,
please,
let
please
us know
vote.
which one we should
Vote
watch
on
next.
the vote as
Google
to what
forms and then
Google
on
form.
our Patreon page.
Yeah, and then Patreon.